Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, June 11, 2022. Today's moon stirs a strong need for companionship. There can nevertheless be some competitiveness today. Ideally, it works in your favor by pushing you to exceed your goals. Otherwise, it's distracting. Warm energy is with you for home life. Dealings with family, home-related business, and creative matters are in favor. Activities that soothe, comfort, and boost your confidence can be in focus, and attracting the right resources can be straightforward. These days, you often feel happiest and most content when you feel secure and comfortable, and it may very well be a good time for improving your domestic world. You seem to attract the right resources to you this week. Putting yourself in your lover's shoes might seem easier said than done today. For instance, the moon continues to wander through harmony-seeking Libra and your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, but there's also a catch. Amidst tending to your sweetheart's emotional needs and meeting each other halfway, Luna will sit in direct opposition to your red-hot planetary ruler, Mars, as well as the wounded healer, Chiron, in your sign. If anything, you're more likely to see both sides of the story, but, by that same token, the cosmos is challenging you to speak up and fight for what you desire. Watch your temper. As the moon in Libra opposes both Chiron and Mars in your sign today, you could feel a little more hot-headed than usual. A colleague or professional commitment may accidentally rub you the wrong way, perhaps hitting an especially sore spot since Chiron is involved. Instead of blowing up, take a moment to consider why you feel the way you do. It may just be someone else purposefully getting on your nerves. But it could also be something that you have to reflect on, especially if this annoyance continues to impact your professional position. Things may be happening a bit too fast and furious today for you to digest everything that's going on around you. Don't get too anxious about this frenzy of activity. Much of it is just talk and hype. Only concern yourself with the most genuine matters and core issues. Feel free to take as much time as you need to make up your mind regarding investment matters. Don't rush the river. Wait for the boat to come to you. You are enjoying harmonious relations with family and friends. Take time for shared activities, they will give you great pleasure. Occasions like this let you see what kind of person you are and the role you play amongst family and friends. What could be better than to find yourself in the company of others? Things are really getting weird between you and that one friend or sweetie. Communication is almost impossible. Don't sweat it, though, because things should clear up really soon. Don't let how you're feeling pass you by, instead voice your romantic wishes, and tell others what you're willing to give and what is expected in return. Go out and make yourself noticed, be courageous. Find the person who is right for you and discover how you might begin to share wonderful times with another. You are usually careful when you are out socializing, but tonight you could be under the influence of the wild energy that's in the air. It is possible that events could get out of control. Take care not to drink too much alcohol, and don't even consider drinking and driving. Designate a driver, or take a cab home. There's no sense risking your life or anyone else's. Get out there and start building on those relationships that are forming around you. It is time to take that business plan you have been formulating out of wraps and present it to your coworkers, as they are sure to see the benefits it represents. Utilize a subtle approach in all your interactions, because an approach that is more direct could be quite overwhelming to those around you. Strengthening those interpersonal relationships is supported by the essence that's in the air. Just as the sun moves into his final 10 days in your communication sector, the moon wraps up its only visit to your relationship sector while he is here. While the moon may have pushed some buttons and evoked some strong emotional and passionate responses as it moved through, it comes with the sun putting his full weight behind getting the communication lines open. As the moon leaves, it will shift its focus onto money matters, giving you a better view of both sides of the financial fence. Before leaving your relationship sector today and after a friendly aspect to the sun in your communication sector yesterday, the moon will form a friendly aspect to Saturn, in his early days in retrograde motion. This is a visit that may have pushed some buttons, but not only ends with a better sense of what you want from your relationships and what they need from you, but with the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. Deliberate, leisurely Taurus is at work influencing some pretty weighty planetary bodies today, including the emotional North Node, communicative Mercury, money goddess Venus, revolutionary Uranus, and strategic asteroid Pallas, so there's no real rush to do much of anything. This isn't a lazy day per se, but it's a time to slow down the pace and reflect with very careful consideration before making your next major move. The future is in focus now, and the bull's steady background energy is beneficial for each of these planetary bodies that are receiving its slow-paced vibes. Getting what we desire and deserve, aka the best things in life, whatever that means to you, is at the forefront, but there's absolutely no rush. Do you want a more satisfying love life? More money? Job security? Loyalty from the people you care most about? These things are attainable in the future, says today's persevering planetary focus, as long as you're willing to be patient. Finding your footing might be hard if you're struggling to fully embrace a new philosophy and belief. If you keep your mind open, you can dive into the spirited energy. This means that you could share confidential information and ruin this morning's positive vibe. Think before you express yourself to avoid unnecessary drama. And don't accidentally spill the beans about a situation you are seeing from the sidelines and know little about. That way, you can avoid accidentally stirring the pot and stay out of the drama. In the morning, the Libra moon opposes Mars in Aries, giving us a fighting spirit. We air grievances, assigning blame to those who have not been able to facilitate our desires or support us in the same way we have supported them. However, the Libra moon often finds us slipping into self-negation, where we willingly sacrifice too many of our personal needs. We cannot, in hindsight, be angry that our unsolicited sacrifices have gone unappreciated. Our partners or friends cannot read our minds. We are likely angry at ourselves now, and our aggressions are being levied inappropriately. Instead of becoming hostile, take responsibility for your desires, and make your needs clear while reframing criticisms as my problems instead of your problems. Afternoon, the moon opposes Chiron in Aries, continuing the day's sensitivities. While this aspect stimulates past pain points, it can also be one of self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. We have a greater than usual capacity for relating to others' insecurities. This means that harsh words spoken earlier in the day can be reassessed, paving the way for a future apology. We'll come to realize that even though our interactions feel personal, not everything is about us.